Hello. We're going to wait here a second. We are jumping on today to talk to Sammy, one of our stylists, and get to know her. I'm super excited. I know I said this was going to start at 12:30, and then I'll be honest, I misread my calendar and didn't realize I had a coaching student booked at 12:32. So we'll just get going. Is it working, Sammy? Hold on. Accept. It's working. There she is. Hi, Sammy.
Yay.
Oh. Okay. It went weird for a second, but I think it was connecting. Okay. So I'm going to introduce you. So today or tomorrow, I don't know which one we go by, is Sammy will have officially been working for me for 1 year. She's the OG. And I am super excited to talk and let you all get to know her. If you have any questions about Sammy, write them down in the comments. And make sure to follow her, The Grateful Sam, like the Grateful Dead, but The Grateful Sam. So, Sammy, how did you come up with your Instagram name?
I love The Grateful Dead. And I wanted more than just like I was hippie hair by Sam, and I was like, I want to do more than just hippies.
I like The Grateful Sam.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to share, we're going to ask you a bunch of questions. But I wanted to share a little bit of our story of how Sammy and I started to work with each other. So I will go around on Instagram. If you're a hairstylist to follow, so you may have experienced this, but I will go around on Instagram and look for stylists I like. And at the time I was in a little suite and my clientele was growing and I needed help. And so I was looking for an extension artist locally who could do extensions good, that I didn't need to teach. And I could just tweak things a little bit if I needed to and bring them on board. And I remember it was a Monday. Sorry, I got messages coming in. Hold on. Sam, and you had this photo of under the weft, hand-tied extensions under the weft. And at that time on Wednesdays was the day I send out videos. And so I wrote your name down. I was like, I am sending her a video because it doesn't look like I have to teach her anything. She's got it figured out. Sammy's the girl I want. So I wrote your name down. And then I think that day I got a video from you, or a message from you at least.
Yeah.
So
I think it was a message. I don't remember actually. We should look at that.
Still have the video from you. We should go back and watch that. So Sammy, tell me how you found me. At the time I was Annapolis Extensions. Now we're Good Hair. And why you decided to send a video.
Right. I was looking for more continued education. I already invest so much of my money in other education, and I was just like, I need somebody that can literally be there next to me in the field and critiquing me and tweaking all the little things and all the questions that I had. And I was like, what better way to learn from somebody but also work for them at the same time and get paid to learn? And I somehow came across your name on Instagram and saw that you were hiring, and I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll inquire, we'll see. And then I one day was just like, I'm just gonna do it, whatever, I'll just DM her. It doesn't hurt to just see what all the hype is anyways online. And then I reached out and you were like, no way, I was literally just about to message you. So it worked out. It was kind of
did. The stars aligned, and I'll be honest, I adore working with you. Sammy is the standard for which I judge everyone else. So and I'm just gonna say, Sammy, she came with me. We were at a studio in Symmetry, so she worked there and had to deal with that tiny, chaotic little space. And then she dealt with me through the build out, and the back and forth of all that. And so you've just been on the roller coaster with me, and I'm really glad you did, because I love having you.
Me too.
Okay, now let's talk more about you.
Okay.
I want to ask, what was it like, real quick, sending a video to apply?
The scariest thing I've ever done in my life. I've took, I think, 5 takes, and I still ended up sending you, I think, the first one that I took, but I wrote out a full script and just set my phone up and was like, Sam, if you don't do it now, you're never going to do it.
I love that. And that's like, Sammy will tell you, like, I love the videos because I want to see if you can take a risk and do something out of your comfort zone.
Right.
And you've definitely been pushed out of your comfort zone a few times
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
I think like you came and worked with me and you started on Tuesdays, assisting me. And then there was a day, I think my son got sick
Mm-hmm.
and I had all these clients and it was on a Tuesday and I was like, Sammy, can you do this?
Yeah.
And you took all my clients for that day. And that was exactly what I was looking for. And you killed it. And then I think after then you just were on your own. You took my Tuesdays. I stopped working Tuesdays so Sammy could take the Tuesdays in the studio.
That's right.
Which was awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about just you first. So what do you like to do when you're not behind the chair, when you're not at work?
Well, I love hanging out with Tilly right there. It's my bestie. I love being in my hammock. I love hiking, just anything outside. In the winter, it's hard for me. I just like sit inside and read and crochet and like wait for it to get warm out again. But once it does, I'm like right back outside.
Awesome. What are your favorite things to do here in Maryland?
Well, I love being on the water as well. Just like visiting all the little private beaches are really fun, like in quaint little neighborhoods and stuff. That's always a good time to get on the beach without it being like super crowded. And I just really like driving. Like Maryland is so different between like having like beach and mountains, so you can kind of get a little bit of everything.
I love that. Maryland is so pretty to drive through too, especially right now. Okay, what are your hobbies or interests? Like, what are you passionate about?
Let's see. I mean, like I said, I love to crochet. I love going to like music festivals and concerts. So usually anytime I can go out and experience music, I will. And then just like exploring, like I love free things. So if I could go to a museum or if I could go try something that's free or, you know, something I could learn, I love doing that too.
You also like taking breathing classes, right?
Oh, yeah. Breath work. Oh, man. And yoga, what I do without it.
I love it. Okay, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
My top two right now are Croatia and Italy, but Croatia because I've never been there. I've just seen photos. I guess I've never been to Italy either, but obviously Italy because of like food and the fashion, and yeah, Croatia just kind of popped up and I was like, I really want to go there.
I like that one. Was it like pictures about it that attracted you to it, or?
Yeah. I
had a friend that used to live in Croatia, and he said it was an amazing place to travel around.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah, you should do that. Okay. What are you currently reading? Well, no, let me ask you first. What's your favorite book or author?
I'm kind of like the worst reader ever because I just read snippets of things, but I guess I would say Colleen Hoover because her books are very easy to get through and it tackles a lot of genre. So you've got like smut, suspense, like tragedy, happiness. It's like all in there. And yeah, I can like whip through one of her books in like 2 days. So it makes me feel extra smart about myself.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you can say you're like the worst little reader ever because you're always reading something. Like you're like, you are more so than I do. Okay, are you currently reading anything?
I'm currently listening on audio because I have a long drive to work now, but I'm listening to Untamed by Glennon Doyle, and that was a recommendation from you. And crazy, awesome.
It's a good book, right?
Yeah, I just kind of like want to break down every wall now and just be like, I'm strong and I'm me, and that's a lot. I gotta like work on that.
I gotta make sure I don't like get into a coaching session with you. No, break down the walls. You're in your 20s. It's the time to do it. What's your favorite type of food?
Hispanic food. Like any form of like tacos, quesadillas, salsa. Like I'll even make my own homemade salsa all the time. And then like margaritas because it pairs the best with Hispanic food. I
did not know that about you. We need to go get like Mexican food. I make really good salsa too. I need to make it for you sometime.
Ooh. Salsa wars.
We should. We should. That would be so much fun. We should. Oh, Cinco de Mayo. Are you working on the 5th? Thursday?
No.
No. Friday.
Yes, I am.
It's Cinco de Mayo. Okay. We're doing something for
All
Cinco
right,
de Mayo at Hair Collective on Friday. I don't know what, but we just decided. Okay. What's your favorite movie or TV show?
Well, any TV show, I would say any cooking show. I like grew up watching the Food Network and I take food very seriously. So I'm always looking for inspiration. And then favorite movie, I don't really have a favorite movie, but I just watched Harry Potter for the first time and it was awesome.
Wait, the first movie?
Yeah.
Have you read the
I'm gonna
books?
one, if not like one a week, then like I'm just gonna like go crazy and just watch them all. But I had to take a day to like digest it because it was long.
Awesome. After that, you can dive into like Lord of the Rings. Okay. The next question I was going to ask you is, do you have any pets? But we can kind of see Tilly back there. So tell us about Tilly.
Oh gosh, Tilly's a piece of work. She's the most difficult thing I've ever taken on in my life. But she's great. And she reminds me every day that I'm totally fine without children. So it's great.
Excellent birth control. Good job, Tilly.
Tilly.
That is funny. Okay. We're going to talk about hair stuff now.
Okay.
So how did you get started in the industry? Why did you become a hairdresser?
Well, I tried the college route. I tried to be a physical therapist and quickly learned that that was not the career for me. And I always wanted to do hair. My childhood hairdresser, all of her daughters are hairstylists. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like it speaks a lot of volumes. And she was always like happy and she always dressed really nice. And, you know, I liked the like flexibility you can have with your schedule. So you can literally work whenever you want. And there's going to be a clientele that matches that. So it was kind of like a shot in the dark. I was like, we're just going to try this now because the other idea didn't work out well. And I think it worked out pretty well.
I'm glad you gave it a try.
Me too. I literally don't know what I would do. I'd probably be stuck at some desk, like hating life.
I can't imagine you being anything else.
Me either. Or just like literally an artist just struggling.
Yeah. Yeah. You're an artist at heart for sure. Okay. What is your favorite hair trend or style at the moment and why?
Right now, I'm really into the 90s like hair jewel things when you like click them on. And I've just been watching like other people's styles a lot. Like I just took a class with Larissa Love, shout out Larissa, but she was saying how like because I asked her like where she gets her fashion inspo from, and she's like, if honestly when you're traveling, if you just stop and look around and just observe, like that's where you get the best styles. So I've been seeing like a lot of cute braid styles, things that I don't even think of, and like I'm the hairstylist, so it's cool to kind of pull from everybody. But when I was at her class, her assistant had these cute 2 little braids right in the front here and just had like a quick little half up half down, and I was like, that is so easy and so fun. Like so I'm liking the easy and fun with like the cute little jewels. That's my imitation of jewels.
You need to look at like Spice Girls hairstyles from the 90s. That's what it's like reminding me of.
Yes.
It's so funny. Okay. Let's see. Oh, awesome. Well, you kind of already answered that. I was going to say, how do you stay up to date with your latest hair trends, techniques? But you kind of talked about that. But how do you continue to improve your skills as a hairdresser?
Invest time, invest money, invest like just your effort in general, and just showing up. Like even though I could watch a video and be like, I know this already, or I don't really know how I feel about this, it's just nice to at least pick up on something, because the teeniest little things that we don't see or that we don't feel that we're doing, it's corrected immediately, like when you educate yourself. And so I feel like it's important to just like always ask questions, like always put yourself in a position to learn more.
I think one of the things too about you is you're very coachable and teachable. And that's like, if I was a client, like knowing you have a hairdresser that who's willing to learn, that makes the biggest difference. Because when people come in and they give you feedback, or if I give you feedback, at least from what I see, you don't seem to be taking it personally. Like you're like, okay, cool. And then I see you make changes. Like you're very observant, but just willing to learn and improve. Like you have that desire. And so, and I love that about you and about being your boss, because I know I can throw things at you.
Yeah.
And I hope you're always taking it to improve it, because I do see you make changes,
Right.
and it's always for the better, and you do it with such grace. But not everyone is coachable. Not everyone is willing to learn and try something new and different, and you are. And that's a huge part of why I like you. Okay.
I like the make changes. Like that's important. Like be willing to change. I feel like I change, not in like a bad way, but I do change a lot.
Well, and you have to in this industry. Like styles are always changing.
Right.
Like there's new techniques, there's new demands. And that's the beauty, I think, of this industry. If you're somebody who likes change, like you can flow with it, and there's endless opportunities of what you can do.
Right.
But you have to be willing to change.
Right.
Like you have to. What do you, now I gotta be a little selfish. What do you enjoy most about working at Good Hair Collective, and how has your experience been so far?
Absolutely working at Good Hair Collective, unbiased opinion. I just feel like it's very different. It's going to challenge people in different ways. It's challenged me in so many ways. Like I didn't even know that I could be good at social media or even figure out how to do social media, and you've made it very easy. Literally all I have to do is show up. Like it's already set up, it's ready to go. And I feel like if people want to be more than just a hairstylist, that they can totally achieve that at Good Hair Collective. And I didn't really want to say this because I don't want it to be like a negative thing, but it's so true. It's like the positive angel version of like Abby Lee Miller, like getting her kids like to be more than what they walked in the door with. Like she gets those kids booked like with like movies and you know, videos and stuff. So I feel like you're like the hair version of that, just like really nice, and like I think you pay all your taxes and stuff, but like
I do pay my taxes.
Essentially it's like just do like you do way more than just be a boss. Like, and then also the coaching, like the mentorship is just, it's irreplaceable. Like you can't even put I mean, I can't put a dollar amount on it. I guess there is kind of a dollar amount on it, but not really. Like not as your stylist, because I get that for free essentially, and that's amazing. That's all I feel like people could really ask for if they want to grow.
And I think that's the thing, like why I say you're coachable, because you'll meet people and they don't want it.
Right.
Like, and we're not the right place for everyone. But if you're like that person who wants to grow, it is a good place. And I think the thing I like about you and we have conversations about when you open your own salon someday.
Right.
Like I love that you're willing to share like your dreams and your bigger goals with me. It's not like a secret of what Sammy's going to do. It's, here are the things I want to do. And you're very receptive to like my opinions or advice of like, here's the things you need to learn and do. You're very good at it. So that makes me happy. Okay, let's talk about clients. So what's your approach when you're working with a new client? Like, how do you make your clients feel comfortable?
Well, I feed them and I give them good beverages. That's step one. If you are not fed and have a drink in your hand, then it's not going to be comfortable. But honestly, I just listen a lot and I ask so many questions. It's a little exhausting and like weird how many questions I ask, but it's like I have to get to know you somehow, and we only have like 30 minutes for a consultation, so we got to get it in. But really just listening. And then I thought about this question too, like behind the scenes, and was just like, I also determine if I'm the correct stylist for somebody. And I think that's so important. Like I had something come through today and I was like, actually, I feel like Raven would be such a better fit for this project. Like, I think that does people more of a favor than anything, because if I'm not going to create the look you want, or if I'm not even going to like match your vibe, what's the point, you know? So I think it's that making sure that the client is really paired up with the right person as well.
Well, and I love that, like, even just talking about this moment today, like I suggested somebody, you're like, I actually think this person's going to be better. And it's something I appreciated, because you do have the right and the ability to choose who you work with. But that's does a huge thing to those new clients to have that ability to say like, hey, I am the right one for you. I can do this or I'm not. And I think the other thing, like, and your personality, which I'm glad we're like doing this so people can get a little glimpse into who you are, but like you are like, I hate to use the word bubbly, but this bubbly, like bright personality. You're consistent in what you do. You're consistent in your work, and just like everyone feels comfortable around you. And I think it's my favorite is there's no hiding it. Sammy steals my clients all the time. Like my clients that even are like my clients know Sammy. Like you don't come to Good Hair Collective and not know who you are, but people are so comfortable with you that, and I'm comfortable with your work and everything, that I have no problem like being like, I can't get you to go to Sammy. But I know if I send somebody to Sammy, like when I was on vacation, 2 of my clients went to her and they rebooked with Sammy. Like I'm gonna lose them. But that's because it's who you are. What is the most rewarding part of being a hairdresser?
I would say that obviously, yes, making people happy. That's great. Awesome. So good for the people pleaser part of me. But I think it's just that the hair industry has so many routes that you can take, like, and you can change it as much as you want. Like I used to do eyebrows. I had a full eyebrow clientele before I came up north, and I decided to not do eyebrows right now, but I think if I open up something of my own in the future, I could totally bring it back. Like I have all the stuff, so why not? And I think it's really cool that you can be flexible like that. Or let's say, like, I mean, my passions right now are color and extensions, but somehow down the road, like what happens if I go educate for like a cutting company or something? Like there's always a shift in interest, and it's cool because you can adjust that and not have to worry too much about losing all your money or like restarting. So it can just, you can either add or you can take away from services and it's still consistent.
Oh, what advice would you have for a new hairstylist or somebody who's interested in our industry?
I would definitely say go for it. It's a great career to have in your back pocket or in the forefront of your life. So if you're transitioning from one job to the other, it's easy to make quick cash. If you travel a lot or if you move a lot, like if you're a military spouse, you can pick up and move and you still have the skills. You don't have to like relearn a software or anything. So I would say go for it. Do not say no to any opportunity. You don't know if you could, you know, if you wanted to be a cosmetologist, but like there's so many things that you'll find along the journey of hair school where you're like, I didn't even realize I'm so passionate about that. Like, why do I care so much about the science of like folliculitis or things that you're just like, who even, like, I didn't even know that I knew about all that stuff, you know? So it's just, it's cool to like expand your horizons, regardless if you take it with you as a daily career or as just like a here and there career.
Awesome. And I want to know, if I was interested in coming to see you, why would I choose you over all the other stylists, the hundreds of stylists around us?
Well, you can choose me because I'll make sure you're placed properly, as we just said. But you can definitely expect my environment to be very chill, serene. We're going to have great conversation, but I can also be quiet. So if you're a work from homer or if you like to read, that's my ideal like clientele. I love businesswomen. I love people that love to just like open up very quickly. I don't know why I do it so quickly, but I just do. And it's fun to have deep conversation or for me to learn something. So yeah, I would say like, if you love to chat or if you don't love to chat, then come to me because I can accommodate all of it. And just also elevating your experience. So like head massage, making sure that you are heard and respected, which is why we have policies in place. So yeah, just wanting to make sure that you guys are taken care of first.
I love that. I was just thinking, like, even those two, like, I've seen you work with clients where they're sitting working on their computers, where they're just zoning out, and you're very respectful of giving them that space. But I also love because you will ask so many questions, and it's not this genuine, like, it's not you're doing the, like, I'm just filling up the quiet noise. Like, you ask these questions because you're really interested in different people, and you want to learn. Like, you're very curious.
Yeah.
And I love it because it's also, you learn so much from your clients and you really take that in, and like you reflect on it. Like I always hear you afterwards, you're like, oh, my client mentioned this, and like you think about it and reflect on it. And so you're taking advantage of all these amazing people you come across.
Yeah.
So anything you want to add on here, Sammy, that people should know about you?
Ooh. I am looking forward to a price increase coming within the next like month or so. So keep your eyes open for that. Creating more space on the schedule. So yeah, that's about it.
That is exciting. You and I need to have a call, but Sammy will be raising her prices very, very soon. We're very excited. And yeah, my house knows who Sammy is. Like, I don't know how many times me and my husband say, love that, Sammy. Like, that's a saying in our house is love that, Sammy, because you're just, I would not be where I am today without you. Like, you are a reliable person. You're honest. Like, you will tell me no when the answer is no. You're just, I enjoy you as a human being. And I am so grateful that you sent that video to me. Like that we found each other, like the universe, the stars aligned. But you've just been amazing. Everyone knows who you are. Like in my life, everyone knows about Sammy, and you've just been an amazing employee. And I am so excited for what's going to happen next in your career and for where you're going to go. And someday, yeah, you just have a lot of potential, and I think you're going to be amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll say goodbye. Sammy, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. If you have any questions, just DM Kristen or I.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How can people reach out to you? We should share that real quick.
Yes, you can DM me on Instagram, or I also have my phone number linked to my Instagram profile. So if you text that number, it's a quick way of getting a hold of me as well.
Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, Sammy.
Thank you.
We'll see you. We will see you tomorrow when it will officially be 1 year.
Yay!
I will see you tomorrow. I'm excited to see you.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.